Most of the world's population lives in cities, but not all of them correspond to our usual understanding. In this video, I will show you a city in the existence of which is hard to believe. This city is located on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, on the outskirts of a large port city in southwestern Nigeria, the city of Lagos. It is actually part of Lagos and used to be a small fishing village, but nowadays it has grown to a huge size. It's a city built on mounds of pressed garbage, with houses on stilts right on the water. One of the most horrifying places in the world where poverty is off the charts. It's the biggest slum in the world on the water. No one knows exactly how many people live here. Some say hundreds of thousands, others say much more. The official census showed the number of 250,000 people, but many are sure that these figures were underestimated to hide the scale of the problem. When you see this place, you can't help but wonder how the locals survive here. There are no trees, nowhere to grow food or gather firewood. Life here is very hard. People live outside of livable conditions. There is a very high birth rate here. One man can have 4 wives and 5 to 7 children each. The country is very rich in natural resources, but these natural resources are more profitable to sell abroad, where they pay more than the local poor population. The government does not share its wealth with the people, and so Lagos, the capital of Nigeria, has emerged. It is one of the fastest growing megacities in the world, and in terms of the size of slums, it is also a leader. These slums are called Makoko, and unofficially many people call them Black Vintia. The minimal number of teachers and policemen per capita make the Nigerian slums not an enviable place at all. The level of medical care is not even worth mentioning. If you add to all this the terrible unsanitary conditions, and then it becomes clear why there are very few old people here. If you look closely, there are almost no elderly people in the country. The vast majority of people die at a relatively young age, many due to HIV, hepatitis, malaria, meningitis, typhoid, and other various infections. Because people are not receiving proper treatment, this results in only 5% of the population surviving to age 60. There used to be a small fishing village that used to supply fish to the whole of Lagos, but now the water off the coast has become very polluted and is no longer suitable for fishing. But if you sail a little farther away from the city, you can catch some fish if you are lucky. So fishing is the main occupation of the inhabitants of the water slums. Some sail to Lagos every day to earn money. The water here emanates a foul odor, and a thick layer of sewage collects around hundreds of illegal slums. Statistically, 6 to 10 people live in each house. Migrant workers from all over Africa flock here. Many of the residents here do not even own the houses, but rent them. The only means of transportation for the locals are wooden boats. Every family has one. Children invent even more interesting means of transportation. The boats are used for fishing and serve as marketplaces where local women sell food, water, and household goods. There are floating schools built out of plastic barrels. Sometimes they are destroyed by storms, and children from different neighborhoods are left without education for many years. Only some parents can afford to send their children to neighboring neighborhoods to other overcrowded floating schools. The government does not provide free water to the people of Makoko. The only way to get drinking water is to buy it from vendors who get it from wells. All the waste and sewage is dumped directly into the ocean, and then children and everyone in general bathe in this water. Nevertheless, even in such a horrible place, people try to have fun somehow. In the houses where there is electricity, you can see LCD TV and even the new generation of PlayStation 2 consoles, new for them anyway. There are barbershops and even a small cafeteria. This slum has a pretty big plus. It has a very low crime rate compared to the rest of Lagos. Also, there are no utility bills here because there are none. Many times the Nigerian authorities have tried to demolish these slums on the grounds that they pose an environmental threat, but in return the government has not offered these people houses on land. So when the demolition started, the locals rioted, causing the authorities to back down. The terrible unemployment here leads to the fact that children from an early age are accustomed to hard physical labor. Almost a third of Nigerians have no literacy skills, but only a few lucky ones have the opportunity to save money for a one-way trip to Europe, where they earn much more than in their home country by working at the lowest paid jobs. 10-kilometer-long bridge and tall buildings in the distance create a truly surreal picture. Despite this dire situation, the people of Makoko are trying to live, have fun, and strive for a better life. So the next time you complain about life, think back to this town and think, are things really that bad in your life? Thank you for watching.